I'll make an example for you, a couple of them, and then we will chat. Okay, so I gave you a few examples there. The first example, I would no-go it immediately. Why? Yeah, it was not the pace I want you to shoot. So what we want to do here is flip over and do reactive shooting, which means every time I see the sight where I want, so that red dot flashes down back onto that white spot I'm staring at, I react immediately, pull the trigger, and send that shot. Now, the first example I gave you, that's what a lot of people want to do, is where they'll shoot, the gun comes down, they settle the sight, make everything look perfect, pull the trigger super carefully, and then try to shoot as accurately as they can. It's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to shoot reacting to the sight immediately. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, now, previously when we were shooting doubles, I would call that predictive shooting, meaning we're shooting so fast, you cannot see the sight come down for the second shot, react to what you're seeing, and pull the trigger. Like it's happening too fast. All right? You cannot consciously react. Does everybody agree with that? Yep. Now, why would we shoot that way?
To get two on the target is fast.
So, yeah. All right. So yeah, it is faster for sure. I mean, somebody says self-defense. Yes, like a lot of times guys shoot very quickly in those situations. And for competitive shooting, you have to shoot that fast. The reality is predictive shooting like that is a very, very good training tool. Like when you shoot really aggressively, you see what's happening much, much sooner. Is that fair to say? Yeah. That's why we started with that. Now, this is a competitive shooting class. As you went through that drill, you'd get some idea of what your capabilities are. How many of you would feel comfortable doing aggressive predictive shooting in a match or a scored setting from this red line? I would say, yeah, the whole group probably. And then what about the blue line in the back? That would be like, yes, for most guys, they're like, I don't love that anymore. Exactly. That's why you go through that. So you understand what your capabilities are. And it's like when you look at whatever the shooting scenario is, you know what you can do. I'm totally comfortable with you push past what you're capable of and be like, oh, okay, that wasn't good. Like, that's fine. Like, maybe you run out of steam 10 yards further back. That's fine too. The predictive shooting is a very, very good training tool so you can learn how to shoot better. Like I said, and now we're flipping on to reactive shooting. Okay? Now, what's going to go wrong with reactive shooting? Exactly the same shit. Yeah. Stare at the sight, they ride them up, you flex your hand or push down on the gun, they're going to go left, low, left, whatever. It's the same stuff will be wrong. This is why we started doing the predictive shooting. Like way faster, you can see it way easier. All right? Yes, sir.
So, your split time between predictive and reactive, is there like a fair percentage what it should be?
I don't know about percentage, but I'll say,
like let's say you shoot .15, 16 split.
Yeah, I would say there's no way that's reactive.
So
no way.
That's your predictive speed, let's say. Let's say .15, .16 split.
It won't really work out cleanly like that, because it's like depending on the gun you're shooting and how fast your fingers. Like there's some guys that just have very fast fingers and or guns with very little travel, so they can essentially like bump fire the gun and get it to shoot very quickly. I would say reactive shooting is like a quarter of a second, a third of a second. It'll look more like that, and that's not dependent on how fast you shoot the predictive shooting. Does that make sense? Like they're not really connected in that way.
About .25 is a good.
That'd be pretty quick. And if we're watching what I was just doing, I think these splits are right in that. Yeah, these are a third of a second.
Third.
Yeah. Anyway, does that make sense to everybody?